Hey, guys, and today I want to talk about something we've all had to deal with because we've all had to deal with it. I want to talk about internet trolls, internet idiots, internet grammar police, and those who are offended by you saying curse words. Now, they're so offended, yet they're on the internet. That's like me walking into a bar and being offended because everybody in there is smoking. I mean, here in the real world, or the world of the internet, which is technically a part of our real world, people are going to curse, people are going to misuse words, people are going to misspell words. Not everybody on the internet is a goddamn scholar, but okay. And it's funny how someone will take the time to try to correct you while mispronouncing, misspelling, and just being a plain retard themselves, but okay. I mean, seriously, I've seen this happen. But I think it's funny because the other day, as I told you yesterday, I had someone steal some of my clothes, and yes, I do mean steal some of my clothes from the laundromat. And in a way, it's funny because, go watch that video and you'll understand. But in another way, it's completely asinine and sad. But anyway, the problem that I'm having is that some people were offended because I said, the word ass and bastard, and then some people were like, no, you say it the way you want. And then, and it's like, I understand because of the site that I was on why the people said, I shouldn't have used such harsh words. But it's still the internet. So, I mean, it's kind of like if you're worried about precious little Johnny and Sally seeing words they shouldn't, then maybe they're too young to be on the internet. But then I'll tell you, the kids that walk by my house every day going to the school that's behind my house, it's funny. Because if I had to guess them, I would guess them to be between the ages of 8 and 11. And there's generally it's a group of kids, and it's like 4 girls and maybe 3 or 4 boys. And they walk by here saying words that you would think it was a whole nother language. Yeah. So you never know what your kids are saying or doing when you're not around, and you think they haven't been exposed. Honey, if your kids go to public school, they've been exposed. And if they don't go to public school like mine happened to have been homeschooled, but they were still exposed. I mean, because they went to the park and they played with kids that went to public school, and they played with kids at the Y. And I mean, just because you homeschool your kids, they don't live in a goddamn bubble in the basement. I mean, they do actually go out and socialize, at least mine did, with kids from all walks of life: fat, skinny, black, white, Mexican, Jewish, Italian, so whatever. They're exposed to many different things in life, and the language is one of them. And I ain't talking about a foreign language. I'm talking about a cursing language, because they curse like sailors walking past my house the other day. And I was like, I mean, seriously, some of these kids were saying words that I don't. So, you know what I'm saying? My mom's a, yeah, you know what that is? That's a C. I ain't saying that word, but yeah. Most of us women don't like being called that. And I'm wondering where the hell did this child hear that word from? Because I was like, that's what made me get up and go look. My mom's such a... I was like... And to hear those kind of words coming out of the mouth of a baby, I was like... Because my grandson, which I know he's probably heard these words, and he's maybe even said them, my little ears have never heard him say them. But being a child, and I'm sure he has, and hopefully I never hear it, because I still see him as sweet and innocent, and He's going to be 11 this year, so. But, you know, that's just grandma's ignorance, and I want to stay ignorant. I want to stay ignorant, folks, you know. I mean, he's my last hope in, you know, the purity and the cleanliness and all that of an innocent child. Well, I do have 2 other grandkids, so hopefully, well, I don't want to say their names, but I have a grandson and a granddaughter by my youngest daughter, and they're light in the hope of, you know, maybe they're still pure and innocent, which they're a little bitty, so they should still be pure and innocent, yeah. So grandma will, you know, hang some hope on that as to that they ain't saying those words. But hey, I know what my kids used to say when they was little, and that word wasn't one of them. Now, they said the B word, and they said the A word, and they said the F word, which is just as bad when they thought I wasn't around. Now, they never said this in front of me, but like I'd sneak down the hallway, and they'd be in the bedroom going, "Mom's such a B, I can't believe she effing won't let me have a effing cookie." Because you know how kids want to be all grown up, talking crap. And I never said nothing to them until years later. And they were like, "Yeah, I heard you. I heard you." You know, but sometimes you got to let kids be kids. But man, oh man. If you're worried about your kids learning crap on the internet, honey, they already know it. They have already been exposed to it. And as far as you internet trolls and language of the internet police and all that crap, you know, you want to tell people, don't say this, don't do that. These kids are exposed. Now, granted, I will own my part of that, because I probably shouldn't have said what I said. I probably shouldn't have called the old guy a bastard. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm kind of irked that he took my shit. You know, I mean, and I wish him well washing his face with my butt rags and all, but did that video yesterday. It's just, I just want to call some light to these internet, I don't even know what you'd call them. Internet language patrol police, because it's like, they will really sit around and get offended at the fact that you said the B word, the F word, the C word, the A word, the whatever word. And it's like, you know, I mean, seriously, how freaking stupid would you be to walk into a bar room and be offended that people are smoking and drinking? I mean, really, let's think about that for a minute. Are you going to walk into a bar room and let people know that you're offended because they're smoking and drinking? It's the same way on the internet. If you're offended because people are cursing, then you're in the wrong place. Step out of the bar room. You know, if you think your kids are going to be exposed to something, then maybe they're too young to be on the internet. So, I don't know. But the truth is there's a lot of things going on the internet nowadays. I mean, from all-out pornography, nude, sex, language, operations, people are self-harming, people are committing suicide, people are doing all kinds of things on the internet. And so if you're going to have kids on the internet, then you want to make damn sure you know exactly where, what, and who they're talking to, and when, and how, and, you know, don't just throw them out there to the wolves and think they don't know, or, you know, wish them good luck. As far as you internet trolls go, as far as you internet language police go, guys, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong flipping place. I mean, seriously, you'd have better luck going to a bar room and telling people that you're offended and they need to stop smoking and drinking in the bar than you're ever going to have any luck telling people to stop cursing on the internet, because it ain't happening. It's not happening. I mean, I'll tone my shit down. Yeah, no, not really. I mean, the site that I was on could very well be a family site. I don't know. It's called the Neighborhood app. I don't know if people in the neighborhood let their kids get on that app or not. If they do, that's just stupid. I mean, why would you let any child get on an app that you don't check yourself first? And if at that point you checked it yourself and you saw something you didn't like, then why not, scroll past that and have the child see something else, or not have that child on that site at all? But, I will try to tone down my words on that site because these are my neighbors and I don't really want to offend their children or expose their children to something that they're already exposed to. I mean, because let's just be real. I don't know half of my neighbors personally, but they live in the same neighborhood I live in. And it's their kids that I see walking to and from school every day, going to Kratz Elementary School, people. Elementary, which means they're young kids, little kids. And this ain't a junior high. This ain't a high school. It's an elementary. And for those of you who don't know what elementary is, I guess they'd call it a grade school. Anyways, I believe this school is seriously pre-K through maybe 4th or 5th grade. These are little kids. These are seriously kids between the ages of 4 and 11 maybe. So, yeah, these are little kids that seriously walk past my house and they are using the word, people. That's a C, in case you don't know. C. They're using the C word. And if you don't know what that word is by now, I don't know what to tell you. I can't spell it out for you because, yeah. But anyway, if you don't know what that word is, I'm going to tell you like this. Women hate to be called it. Guys don't appreciate being called it. And if you're not sure what it is, ask somebody. Because these children walk by here using that word like it's no big deal. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm sure you've gotten the point. Grammar cops, get a new job. Spelling police, get a new job. Get a hobby. Get a life. Because for real, you're about as stupid as Forrest Gump. Because first off, you're not educating anyone. And you're not pissing anybody off because nobody really cares. And you're sitting there, instead of having an actual conversation, you're trying to invent bullshit. And nobody really cares. Nobody seriously cares. And they're going to continue on with their conversation using their language how they want, spelling it the way they want. So, put that in your pipe, smoke it. It's all good. So anyway, guys, happy weekend. Check it out. I'm all over the web, and I'm doing a lot of things. Next week on Instagram, I'll be showing you how to make these shirts. And this is not one of the better ones, but it is one that I made. And I absolutely love it, and they love it over on Instagram. So if you're interested in how to make it, join me over there. Go look over there and see what supplies you're going to need, because I made that video over there this morning. All right, guys, it is Friday in my world. It is 10:27. Have a great rest of the day, and most of all, have a great weekend.